So who is your Joseph? Who's the person in your life that is like really important to you and they just bring joy, safety, and all that good stuff to you? Joseph was a guy in the Bible who was really incredible. Give me a minute or two and let me sharpen you a little bit with an insight that I think will be helpful to you. There is a story that describes in Exodus chapter 1 an interesting statement that's made. Joseph was the great mentor of the family, the great provider who delivered 70 people from starving to death. He was the guy who went through all the hardships early in his life. His brothers sold him into slavery. Eventually, he ends up being the second in charge of Egypt through a series of incredible circumstances. And then now he comes to a place where he dies. His life is over. Listen to what the Bible says in Genesis chapter 1, verse 5. All those who were descendants of Jacob were 70 persons, for Joseph was in Egypt already, and Joseph died, all his brothers, and all that generation. But the children of Israel were fruitful and increased abundantly, multiplied and grew exceedingly mighty, and the land was filled with them. Now there arose a new king over Egypt, who did not know Joseph. And that, my friend, is the thought for today. I like to believe that it's good to have a Joseph in your life. Somebody that's, prosperous. They give you clout. They help you in your life. But the day comes when they're not present. One day you wake up and your Joseph's gone. How do you survive when your mother's gone, your father's gone, your job position's gone, your industry has disappeared, your Joseph's gone? What do you do? That's the question. Well, they put themselves in a position where they were enslaved. They ended up staying too long in Egypt. They stayed way longer than they were supposed to. You see, when they came over, when Joseph brought them over, 70 people came. And those 70 people got comfortable and they grew into thousands and then hundreds of thousands of people over the years. And before you know it, they were multiplying and having babies all over the place, and they became a threat. You'll see them in another study to the current Pharaoh. And I love the statement when he says these words. I want you to listen to it again. He says in verse 8, he says, now there arose a new king over Egypt who did not know Joseph. The bottom line is you run out of influence. One day you're not that important. One day you don't have that much wisdom. Everybody's not running to you for advice. One day there arises those who don't know what you did in the past. Joseph saved the whole country of Egypt from starving to death because he had a vision. And God showed him that, there would be 7 years of plenty and 7 years of famine. And so they were forever indebted to him. But that ran out. And here's a lesson. It always runs out. All the glory, the opportunity, the fame, if you're not careful, the health, the money, it can all be gone. But this guy shows us something. I can't stay. So what's the lesson for you? Prepare for the days when your Joseph's not around. Build your own future. Build your own life. Know when to leave. Know when to make better choices. Be careful that you don't get comfortable in some location or in some job or career pretending that things can't change. Maybe things will change. A friend of mine told me the other day, he said, everybody that's 5 years old today, Rick, he says, and by the time they go to the workforce, 70% of the jobs that they will do will no longer don't exist today. In other words, these jobs won't be here. These opportunities won't be here. The industries will change. Can you change? Can you prepare for the day when your Joseph is not present? I know you like your Joseph. I know you like your comfort zone, but it just doesn't last. Now, some people wait too long and, it catches them and they become emotionally enslaved, financially enslaved, because when they had an opportunity to prepare for the Joseph departure, they didn't. See, they could have left a long time ago and gone back to the land of Canaan, which is their promised land. Eventually, they end up going back, but they waited too long. And that's the message today. Don't wait so long. Don't get enslaved in a career, in a place where you see the handwriting on the wall. Begin to plan now. I got to go. My name is Ricky Temple. Father, bless those today who are watching. Let this be a time of healing for them, a time when they will find grace and strength to try something new and not be afraid. In Jesus' name, amen. Hey, listen, thanks for watching today. I've enjoyed being with you. Come see us if you can. You get an opportunity. Matter of fact, here's the deal. Get the app. It's so cool. Everything is there. All the sermons, all the things you can get right there on the app. The daily devotionals, all of these things are there. So get them, and we'll see you next time right here with me, Pastor Rick. Bye-bye.